What's up, guys? Welcome back to another training vlog. Today we have upper body session, so we got some hang cleans, some bench, pen lay rows, shoulder press, chin ups, dips. But I'm just gonna be talking between my working sets, talk about some strength conditioning stuff, and just talk about life. So for the hang cleans today, we have clean prep. So it's gonna be a shrug, a high pull, and then a catch, and then one more additional catch after that. Just really trying to work on hitting the right positions and cues, and most importantly, like keeping the bar close to my body. So I'm really struggling with right now. Got 180 on the bar, hopefully getting it for a set of 6. Um, One thing that I am working on is like not correcting people anytime I hear them say something that's like kind of wrong. So I guess like a big example is back when I used to personal train at a commercial gym. A lot of the clients I would work with, they'd be like, "Oh, I just want to tone. I don't want to build a muscle. I just want to tone my muscle." But there's no such thing as toning muscle. What they think is toning is actually you build muscle and then you cut and lose fat, so your muscles are bigger and more defined. But it's like sometimes when you correct people, you have to do it in a way that doesn't make them feel stupid or feel like they're being attacked. So sometimes you just gotta kind of let them think what they want to think, but still get them the results they want. So if I have a 40-year-old mom, works a 9 to 5, has 3 kids, she just wants to tone up, she doesn't want to get too bulky, I'm still going to train her like I would train anybody else to try to build muscle. I'm just not going to tell her that and just be like, yeah, I can tone you up. It's just like not not imposing your own beliefs on the people to correct them, just so they know that you know what you're talking about. Like as long as you get them the results they want, they're going to trust you. So I guess to build on that topic, there's a term that my mentor told me. It's called Kindful Confrontation. So it's really easy, like, to berate somebody or to like yell at someone when you're trying to confront them about something. Well, it's a skill to be able to um, acknowledge something that's bothering you with somebody or behavior, and you acknowledge it without making the person feel bad or attacking the person. And like something I like used to do a lot, and I still do it from time to time when I don't catch myself, is me and a person disagree about something. I'll just like lay facts over facts over facts, and then I'll be like, "Oh, so what's your logic behind your opinion or argument?" And then I would just like totally derail it with like evidence or more fact, and just pretty much like make them feel as stupid as possible to win the argument. And that's just like once you begin personally attacking the other person, it's no longer like a debate. It's just a personal attack. That this is all it is, because you're going away from the actual topic of the conversation and you're just attacking the opposer. So confrontation, like I don't even know how to do it for real. It's just being able to address something that bothers you in a kind way that instead of upsetting the other person or making them feel like they're doing wrong, it just kind of opens their eyes to what they may be ignorant to. Because you never know when someone wrongs you or says something about you, they themselves might not know the effect of their words or actions. So you kind of just gotta open their eyes to that. And if you want like a biblical reference, if you think about Jesus and when he was teaching the Gospels, he was like the perfect example of confrontation, because he went to these different villages and towns, and instead of just like going to people be like, "Hey, bro, you're sinning, you need to stop," he gave like parables, and he let the audience try to understand it, and he would explain the parables, but he used the parables to open up the people's eyes to realize what they were doing wrong, instead of just pointing a finger at them and be like, "You're a terrible person, you're horrible, you sin." Jesus allowed them to come to the conclusion of whether or not they want to change or not. But first, he had to awaken them from their ignorance of their sins. So, just a biblical reference. But honestly, like sometimes if someone just doesn't agree with you, there's like sometimes you have to let people believe what they believe. There's no convincing someone who's really hard headed or stubborn or really even passionate about what they believe in. So yeah. Um, got some pendlay rows, dumbbell shoulder press. My back is sore. It's not bad sore. It's more like I worked it out sore, so it's not hurt or anything. But like earlier last year, I like messed up my back to where like I was like almost bedridden. Like it would hurt just to sit down in my car. So gonna be careful with that. Anytime my back feels sore, I take it easy. So pendlay rows, I could probably do about 8 reps. Probably just gonna go for 6. Yeah, that setup was kind of a little sketchy. Tried to kick the dumbbell up, almost misplaced it. But the first rep of shoulder pressing is so hard because you have to break that inertia because the dumbbell is like going from no motion to some motion. But then after you do the first rep, you kind of like can not bounce at the bottom, but you're not pausing. So it is kind of like a tap and go. But you might be thinking like, why am I talking about kindful confrontation and disagreeing and whatnot? Like, not only can it just help you in like day-to-day interactions, but like I think as a strength conditioning coach, that's one of the things people don't really think about. Like, being a coach isn't just about the programming and the sets and reps and setting up the weight room. Like, that's easy. Like, anyone can do that. Like, an intern can clean the weight room and set it up, and anyone can just put a program on paper. But I think what really separates good coaches from bad coaches is how they talk to people, how they connect with somebody. Can you uplift your team? Can you motivate people? Stuff like that. And I really think, like, say you're a strength coach and this team coach doesn't understand your programming or doesn't agree with it, or he has a different belief. Like, he thinks that for a basketball team, the best way to condition them is just make them run 5 miles every day, which that might do more harm than good. But being able to sit down and have a conversation with someone, not make them feel stupid, but inform them of what the better practice is and such. But yeah, because when you go like to really high or level schools like Alabama, Duke for basketball, UCLA, schools like that, big SEC Power 5 schools, they already have like the elite athletes. So you can't really mess up much with the strength conditioning because they come in, what I said, elite athletes, they're already super strong, super fast and whatnot. So you're not really moving the needle as much with those athletes because they already come in so well built. How do you know? Is it just the athletes are already naturally gifted and naturally athletic, or is it the strength and conditioning coach's program making them that athletic? And, there's a little bit of a gray area, I guess, in that. But definitely like in high school, SNC, and maybe lower level college, lower D1, the strength coach has more influence because you're not getting 5-star recruits. You might get like a 3-star recruit who's like above average athletically, and you can move the needle a little bit there. But in terms of like those elite athletes, they're probably as elite as they're going to get per se. So yeah, just really trying to work on the intangible skills of being a strength coach. All right, guys, that's all I got for the video. Again, if you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, Leave any comments down below you have about life or strength conditioning. And I'll see you guys next time. God bless.